Okay, we have Indiana State head coach, Vicki Hall. Coach, would you like to start with an opening statement?
I thought our kids played really hard. I think the difference of the game, there's two major differences in the game. One was how many free throws that we shot compared to what they shot. Two was the transition game, and that really hurt us because we didn't do a great job getting back in transition and stopping that. And I thought those were two major keys. I mean, you can't spot somebody 24 points.
Coach, did you feel like you were frustrating their offense for, I guess, mostly the second quarter and part of the third with how hard your team was playing defense?
I think they had a really hard time staying in front of us, and that's why they had to go to zone. And then our kids, you know, I have a pretty young team, and I think our kids had a hard time changing gears, going from man to zone. And we're working on it, and we're getting better at it, but, you know, we just have to continue to work at that. And we will.
The run that you went on early in that third, you were getting a lot of points in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that was an emphasis at halftime? Because you were shooting the three well too at that point.
Right. We went through a stretch there that you know, I mean, if she was going to stay in man, then what I wanted to do was spread the floor and then give our Jets the ball and let them get to the rim and create something. And Caitlin Anderson did a phenomenal job tonight. I thought she did a great job in her 13 minutes. It was big time, and she created a lot for us. You know.
What about your bench production? It continues to spark you out. You mentioned Caitlin Anderson and Mayo. You know, gave you guys some good minutes off the bench too. So I mean, I think you ended up with like 24 bench points.
Yeah, we had 28 bench points actually. Yeah. Yeah, they did a good. They're doing a good job of just starting to understand what it is we want to do. You know, it's hard to do that when this is our 13th game together, and they're just starting to understand each other and what I want from them. And that's a constant thing that we're having to talk to them about. So I'm proud of their effort, and you know, what I wish for them is that we get a win like that, because that would just boost their spirit so much, because they're working hard and they're doing a lot of things. I'm asking them to do a lot as a new group.
Was that the best stretch offensively as a whole you've seen from this group this year? I mean, minus when they switched to zone.
We had some pretty good stretches at St. Louis too, but it's starting to come together. Definitely the last two games, there's a definite difference in how we're executing, and we've really worked on that in the last, since the break, since the holiday break.
When you're preparing for Illinois State, obviously, the scout between Wall and Magic, that's a massive part of their offense.
For sure.
Having seen it in person, I mean, you know what's coming. So what continues to make them so effective, even though essentially who the ball's going to?
Well, TT has a really great ability to create on her own. She does a good job of being able to separate from the defense. Having your step back and hezzy and all these different moves, and it makes her very hard to guard. And Lexi does a good job she really pushes the tempo of running the floor really well, and that pressures everybody. And then, she does a great job of getting a good position and being able to finish around the rim. So those are both seniors, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay, good for us.
Any more questions? All right,
Thanks.